Teens who killed friend as they murdered another boy in Abbey Wood jailed for life. On November 26, 2022, 5 teens armed to the teeth with knives and machetes drove from Thamesmead to Abbey Wood with the intention of killing a local boy. They set upon 16-year-old Charlie Bartolo and stabbed him to death. Hussein Bar was driving a Nissan Qashqai which rammed Charlie off his motorbike on Sewer Road. Alajai Job, Kieran Solanki and Sami Shalangwa jumped out of the car and stabbed Charlie to death as he lay defenceless on the floor. But in a moment of murderous stupidity, one of the killers accidentally knifed one of their own team. Kieran Solanki, meaning 2 16-year-old lives were lost that night. There's no reason to think he meant to stab Kieran, but in the confusion and the chaos of the moment, no doubt I'm afraid, in the excitement, his knife found the wrong target, Mr. Jones said during the trial. Kieran was driven to Titmus Avenue in Thamesmead, where he was abandoned to die on the pavement. Bar Job, an 18-year-old named Jake Debonsu and Sami Shalangwa were found guilty of Charlie and Kern's murders. The prosecution's case was that they were all signed up to a joint plan to find and attack someone in Abbey Wood, as they were part of a Thamesmead gang called T-Block. In a London Crown Court on Wednesday, February 7, 2023, Bar and Joe, both aged 19, were handed life sentences with minimum terms of 25.5 years and 25 years, respectively. Judge Neil Garnham KC concluded the sentencing by saying, "I add my voice to the many others about the dreadful consequences of the culture of knife carrying and knife glorification, which affects so many of our cities. The lunacy of young men carrying knives on our streets, often under the pretense of protecting themselves, has led to 2 more ghastly tragedies which have played out in this trial." On November 26, 2022, Charlie Bartolo went for the first ride on his new motorbike, a Christmas present from his mum that had arrived a month early. Charlie went out that evening, an innocent 16-year-old boy, enjoying a bike for the first time that he had begged me for, said Charlie's mum. Before he left, his smile was from ear to ear. He was so grateful and thankful. Never did I think that would be the last time I saw my boy. There had been speculation locally that Charlie was targeted because he was part of a gang. On Wednesday, Judge Garnham said there is absolutely no evidence that this was the case. Charlie did absolutely nothing to provoke this attack on him. He was out enjoying an innocent night with friends when he was subjected to an unprovoked and merciless attack, Judge Garnham said. Addressing Bar and Job, he said, "You wanted the perverse kudos of stabbing or wetting a boy from Abbey Wood in Abbey Wood." During the sentencing hearing, the court heard how Bar and Job had both been involved in a violent incident in a chicken shop on Lehigh Road just months before this fatal incident. On April 28, 2022, Bar and Job were inside the chicken shop when a young male opened the door, then turned to fight with another young person was behind him. The fight then spilled into the street, and Bar and Job ran outside to join in. Bar's role in that incident was to remove from his waistband a large zombie knife and lunge into the crowd indiscriminately with that knife, Mr. Jones said. In doing this, Bar stabbed one of his own friends in the thigh. Mr. Jones said Bar then stayed with his friend until police arrived, then gave them false details. Bar's wounded friend was taken to hospital where he was put into an induced coma and given 4 blood transfusions. He remained in hospital for 3 weeks. Bar was found guilty of wounding with intent in October 2022 and was released on post-conviction bail with an electronic tag a month before Charlie and Kern were killed. When Job was arrested for his part in the incident, police found a large knife in his bedroom. At their sentencing hearing, the court heard that both Bar and Job have an extremely low intellectual range and had unstable childhoods. Shalangwa and 18-year-old Jake Tabonsu were given life sentences with minimum terms of 18 years and 17 years respectively for the 2 murders.